Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm quite feeling very good, and maybe I think by this statement, you may think maybe I was feeling bad and now I'm feeling good. So, maybe you're right, but it's just that when I feel bad, I just don't feel bad for a day for an hour. I feel for days, for even months, but mostly for weeks. And it gets harder for me to wake up from that state. And it's not that there is something really wrong and that I need to go to the doctor, but it's just that uh, when you go to extreme with the mind, with thinking, and with spirituality, uh, you understand that spirituality has nothing to do with thinking, and spirituality can ruin your life if you go for it intellectually. Like the cost of questioning who you are and all that is that quite very dangerous, because uh, you can only understand this when you get too tired from thinking. Like when you understand uh, who am I, and then you say I cannot be known, because what is known? Like the purpose of questioning who you are and what is this existence and all that. So it becomes so stressing to you, so much pressure uh, gonna be there on mind, like what is this all about. And then you say like, why am I so much torturing myself, just because I want to be spiritual. And if you let yourself in the middle, you may have spiritual confusion, like what is my life and who am I. And if you stay with it for longer, uh, you your whole reality will collapse. Like you may find yourself in confusion, in spiritual confusions. You may get caught with words, and you may try to solve them, and you may fix everything going on, but that can never be fixed. And what will happen when you try to fix whatever noise you have created because of too much learning and too much awareness? And that is the problem of getting too aware of yourself, is because what happens is you get too aware, and it becomes so dangerous, because spirituality, real experience of spirituality, has nothing to do with thinking. The thinker dies, and it cannot be said even that. So that's why some people don't talk about it, because it gonna hurt it gonna not hurt, it gonna make people confused. And when some people really take this thing seriously, they it's dangerous for them. So that's why I don't really want to talk about it. But if you're really kind of person like me, and you really wanted to experience something beyond mind. I mean, beyond mind means like, what is mind? And you may not find, after when you question, you may not find uh, anything pleasurable around you, because you are concerned with something more deeper than most people. Like thinking about small things may not much matter. Like you say, I don't want, you want to avoid everything just because you think you are a spiritual person, so you just deal with that only, like I should have no thought. So can you see, like this is all quite, I'm throwing at you, this is all confusions and concepts and images and all that I create, but they are somehow true. My whole point is not that to make you confused or to talk about these all things, but my point is, thinking has nothing to do with spirituality, with the experience of what you are. The questioner dies, the questioning go away. There is nothing to fix, nothing to touch. You simply have to do nothing. but simply be present, that's all. And to be free. That is the purpose of it. If the mind is, you are using it to achieve some spiritual goals, to achieve enlightenment, to achieve some higher state, you cannot do that, because it will gonna put you more in trouble. I'm telling you this. So that's why when you let go, you see that state without any effort. There is something mysterious, but that cannot be put in words, that cannot be uh, 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 attached with mind, because the mind destroys it. The mind makes it more complicated, because that's like life itself. It's when you it's when you just completely like good see this life right now. There is no understanding. There is not that you have to have so much intelligence and you have to be so much intellectual to understand your existence. No, that's completely opposite. And this is the so much biggest mistake I made in my life, is by trying to think like I am God, I am this, I am that. So I'm using the same thing. Maybe you are God, but it's just that when the ego come into the game, it destroys everything. So my whole point to you is like you never know how your mind will take turn into hell, uh, because this is something we are talking about is spirituality. So then you may want to know something by guru, because by your own self, you there are some people who they do meditation and they experience some things, and then they are not in the state to control whatever they're experiencing. So that's why don't touch life too much. The more you understand things, the more life gets harder. The more you try to put your mind into things, the more you try to uh, uh, fix things, the more you try to this get intellectual about things and all that thinking, using thinking to understand your nature, your mind, this self, this all that, the more trouble you are going to get into. So my whole point to you is please stop it. Spirituality has nothing to do with thinking. It can start with thinking, it can start with mind, but it has nothing to do with deep thinking, with psychology, and with questioning more and more, with going more and more deep. No, that's like you are just trying to fix life. You say, how should I live? So there is no question, how should I live? The question itself is a problem. The wanting to know the answer of this question, how should I live, is the problem, because there is no how to live, there is just live. And it can be anything. How should I live, it doesn't have any sense. Like what does that mean? By questioning this or asking this question is a problem itself. Your asking is creating the problem for you. So that's why please guys, don't make this mistake. Like just simply let yourself the way you are. Simply like let go the mind. Like can you even imagine how you are good, you are without mind? Like you cannot. So what is even there to, can you see? So what I say is people like us, like me, they suffer very much. And why? Because they are trying to achieve something with their mind, like or they don't accept the mind, or they fight something, or they are somehow lost always, and they think spirituality and confusion, life existence and all that. So when you just get them all together and you throw them into the dustbin, like then you are just rested completely. So that's my message to people always. Don't worry too much, don't take too much stress. And like I done it. At this age, people go, they have fun, but they are still in the stress and life and all that. But for me, I was like more and more of it, like having the extreme mind, and achieving a spiritual goal or something is a very dangerous thing. So at the end of spirituality, there is the experience, but it's just that when the thinking comes, it just destroys everything. So thinking has nothing to do with spirituality. Maybe it's starting with it, but it's just that like if you're still thinking and questioning and answering and doubting and confusion is there, then somehow you are in a trap of mind. That's it. And I just tell you, please, guys, don't. This time, don't. Be here in this moment. Now, I'm telling you, it's not that you have to accept to be here in this moment. Why? Because it becomes a stress again. Why should I be here? See, my mind doesn't accept this. Why should I be here at all? Like, why to be here? It is the product of the mind. The statement is a statement of the mind, coming from the mind. So again we are creating a stress. Like, there are people who try their best to be in the present, but it's very hard. It becomes stressful to be in the present even. So what I say is, like, just let go. There is nothing to make sense much of, and just sit without the having the idea of that I am sitting. No, even like where the mind is not involved. Anything you practice where the mind is involved, and you are not just pure, you're selfish with thinking, with sitting, with walking, then you just ruin it. So the mind will just get burden of and get rotten. It just want to go away. So that's why I don't tell myself anything personally. I just let myself the way I am. And of course, the love is there. I say, do this, do that, and that's okay. But it's just that if I experience the truth without needing to think, as long as I'm thinking to experience the truth and I'm not experiencing the truth or seeing the truth, I'm lost in thinking. So just relax and let go. And it's not that you have to, it's just that you have no choice but to be in that way, to relax and know. Like, thinking is the problem. So you may think, but you have to come back to yourself at the end that everything is fine. The mind is not fine. Everything is fine. That's thing. And if you see this as it is fine, you see that that's the beauty of it. So thank you for watching this video.